In 2010, Rockstar released Red Dead Redemption, one of the most acclaimed titles of the decade. To say that Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot to live up to is an understatement. How do you follow up one of the most influential games of an entire generation? Why replace one of the most iconic game protagonists with a completely new character? But once again, Rockstar shows us why they are one of the best studios in the gaming industry. The gameplay of Red Dead Redemption 2 is that of a third-person sandbox adventure. Once you complete the first chapter of the game, which serves as an extended tutorial for players are free to explore the world around them. Scattered throughout the region are various missions. Those colored in yellow represent the main story missions, which the players must complete if they want to progress through the story, and those colored white signify optional side missions. The honor system from Red Dead Redemption 1 also returns, albeit in a more expanded role. In addition to gaining discounts for high honor or the ability to loot for better items with low honor, the honor system completely changes the attitude in the player's character and impacts the dialogue in the game and how other characters interact with you. Helping out strangers with medicine or money or doing them favors increases your honor, whereas robbing them or murdering them decreases your honor. Player choice is a word that Rockstar used to describe how players would engage with the game, and the game just that. As stated earlier, once you complete the first chapter, the entire world opens up. Players can get lost in the beautiful world that Rockstar has created, as there are very little to no boundaries that you can't cross, save for a few areas that were clearly designed for the epilogue of the game. The visuals for Red Dead Redemption 2 are absolutely top-notch. The entire world feels alive and is filled with minute details. Wandering through the wilderness, you can encounter predators, fighting over prey or territory, gangs hanging out and telling stories, and so on. It is a vibrant world that has so much depth to it, it's almost a detriment to the main story, as you'll find yourself distracted by the sheer number of places and things to do in this vast open world. The score for Red Dead Redemption 2 is a delight to listen to, with a mix of both original and licensed vocal songs to the various background and fight themes. The score for the game always seems to find the perfect song to fit into any situation, and I for one am not afraid to admit that some of the song choices hit an emotional chord with me. Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place 12 years before the events of Red Dead Redemption 1. Players assume control of Arthur Morgan, a veteran member of the Vanderlyn gang, and is considered by many to be the best of the gang. Joining our protagonist is the gang leader, Dutch Vanderlyn, a charismatic man who preaches personal freedom and was one of the primary antagonists in Red Dead Redemption 1. Alongside is his right-hand man, Hosea Matthews, Red Dead Redemption 1 protagonist John Marston, along with Red Dead Redemption 1 antagonist Bill Williamson and Javier Escuela. Red Dead Redemption 2 showcases the Vanderlyn gang during their last year. After a ferry heist gets botched, the Vanderlyn gang is forced to go into hiding. Knowing that the approaching modernization of the West is upon them, Dutch galvanizes the group to get one more big heist so that they may retire and disappear forever. The characters of Red Dead Redemption 2 carry the excellent plot to new levels. While many were clamoring for the return of a playable John Marston, Arthur Morgan completely steals the spotlight. The progression of Arthur Morgan is a sight to behold in both good and bad routes. You're either a bitter outlaw consumed by the madness of the world, or a tragic hero trying to do right for the wrongs committed. The voice cast adds that extra magic to the story. Credit has to go to both Roger Clark and Benjamin Byron Davis, the voice actors of Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderlyn respectively, as their performances really elevate this great story to even higher levels, as their shifts from confident outlaws to men broken down by the situations around them really sets you up for the emotional and thrilling climax. There are a few minor issues with Red Dead Redemption 2, one being a lack of a traditional fast travel, as you can only fast travel from the main camp to a town, but you cannot fast travel back to the main camp or from one town to another. Considering the size of the map in Red Dead Redemption 2, this can lead to some long stretches of admiring the game's beauty. Also, the controls can feel slow and sluggish at times, and other times it can lead to you accidentally hitting an NPC, which inadvertently leads to a small crime and a bounty on your head, though once you get used to the controls, this issue happens less frequently. Red Dead Redemption 2 is among the best games of the generation. Its world is massive and beautiful, the characters have depth and complexity, and are amongst the most memorable in Rockstar's pantheon. You will come to adore some, while completely despising others, and the story will take you through a roller coaster of emotions. To say that Rockstar hit it out of the park with this one would be underselling the game. It does have a few minor flaws, but comparing those to the game's strength makes them seem like an afterthought. Red Dead Redemption 2, simply put, is a masterpiece.